All right, what is going on, guys? Back here for round two. So like I said, this is not going to be me this time, so I don't know what's going on. So this is going to be pure updated, content as I'm playing. Going to commentate on it, what's going on. But I do know that the decks that they're playing based on when I saw when I had the chance to is when I wasn't playing. So gentleman who I played last round is on Grick or is this? Yeah, it's the same person. So this is Grixis Persist, and then the Nuka Cola guy is on Boros Hammer. Oh, I didn't update Boros Hammer, which is a pretty sweet list. I know there's like Corey Steel Cutters in here and Mox Opals, of course, and I think the rest of the list is pretty on point to the deck. So um, we'll see. Oh, yeah. Ugh, sorry about that. Hopefully, it doesn't be contagious to anyone. Um, so I'm interested to see his build. He had an interesting play, which I actually captured on camera. One of the games I want to say was game. I think it was last round. It was him and Prowess were playing that I got a game. So I forget who I get in the next one. Might be him again. I might have gotten him for for the next three matches, which is kind of funny. I'm not 100% on remembering. I want to say it was, but I know Nolan was one of the guys. So looks like he leads off here with looks like a Windswept Heath. So and we got Corey Steelcutter, Escape Steel Shifters gift. I think is what it's called. It's like you get to search for an equipment, put it into your hand maybe. And then we got Mox Opal and the Ink Moth Nexus. Blah 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 blah. Words. And Memnite goes to the graveyard and draws another Memnite. That's the funny thing. Skill. Steel. I'm gonna look this up. Because it's gonna bother me if I don't. Uh Steel Shaper's Gift? I think that's it. Yes. Steel Shaper's Gift, sorcery. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So yes. Okay. Usually it's getting you hammer or probably another Corey. I don't know what he got with. Oh, he got Corey, and then it looks like I'm guessing it got countered. Was that thought seized? Ooh, he got thought seized. Second thought seized. Draws another one into another Corey, which is hilarious here. So now he gets to cast it. Um and he waits, which is actually really, really good because I think Grixis has a really hard time of getting rid of artifacts once they've resolved. So jumps the frog here, gets in for a hit, draws a card, draws land for turn. Discard Oculus, and we unearth Oculus. What else has he got? I feel like he could do something else here. I mean, is he worried about playing defense? So he discards to the frog. And then yeah, he has to tap that. There we go. Okay. I was like, something happened here. And then he discards Ragavan because Ragavan doesn't really do anything. So draws 3, discards a card, which is pretty cool. Cast Mox Opal, cast Ornithopter, triggering the Corey Steelcutter here. Not really a good attack. So just passing the turn. So I should probably be keeping track of life total. So we are at 830. Let's go back here. So fetch, shock, thought seize. I promise we'll get these left holes back. So fetch, shock, thought seize. So he's at 15. He has a fetch. I'm terrible at this. Nothing else on his end. Another thought seize. Then plays surveil land. Frog, no other land. No other loss of life. Do. We draw cards, do this. Make this. And we are here. Okay. Work out back up. So no more loss of life. So we might have a fetch here. So him being at a Grixis player being at a low life total, but I mean, I guess I don't think they probably don't care. I haven't really been doing names, which I probably could be, but we have Andy being at a low life total here, being on Grixis could be relevant, and then because like Boros, right, can just kind of sometimes win out of nowhere, which is pretty interesting. Swigs all out. He's only taking 19, so worst case scenario, doesn't take nothing. Flips in response, and it's a Ragavan. Nice. Hitting a land doesn't really hurt. So he takes 7 here, going to 12. I feel like he could have jumped the frog. Oh, maybe he did. I guess he didn't have to. The card we were talking about was with Andy was the Proft card that's being played in Standard, and I feel like with like Faithless Looting and all these other cards, like Proft would be so good because there's just so many cheap, efficient draw cards, and Proft out with like a creature, you could just like make these massive creatures, which would be really awesome. You know, if you're like fetching and everything, you could be on like Death Shadow and NT and like these low to the ground creatures with like Proft and just be like Faithless Looting and doing all kinds of stuff for like Hollow One. I don't know. It'd definitely be interesting. You know, something cool would be like some kind of Grizzlebrand Proft deck, not having a maximum hand size on a 2-mana enchantment is kind of relevant, and it at least replaces itself. So, all right, so we have Stoneforge Mystic getting Hammer. So we know Hammer's in the hand. So now there's 2 spells. So he is at 12. Can't really kill. Getting at a point where the board state's going to be kind of hard to manage for the Boros player. I mean, he's doing decent, but yeah, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 currently. Trades there takes 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's at 6. Leaves 2 mana up. So we have Hammer Unknown as the upkeep trigger. Oh, he played a frog last turn. I didn't see that. Totally blind. I'd be so bad at commentating. It's a lot better when you're just like focused on just talking to some. Like I think it's so much easier when you just talk to someone. So cast Lava Spur Boots, cast Hammer. Needs a way to equip Hammer. So that's double prowess. So that's a 4/4, 8/8. So that's 8. What happened? Did he block? I mean, I would think he would block because that was 8, 9, 10. 11, maybe 12. I'm not 100%. I'm guessing it wasn't enough and quit and conceded. So it looks like we have a lantern. I'm so bad. I can tell you everything a card does, but when it comes to remembering names of cards, and you can ask my cousin. Oh, he also, I didn't even say that before, but I should have given him a lot of credit, and I hope he sees it in this video. But he came with me to the event. He also qualified, which was really awesome as well. And we both went and played together. Um, and which was cool at the Minneapolis thing. He was on Is It Prowess. He didn't end up doing as well as me. I think a lot of people were hedging that Prowess was going to be such a big deck, and he got probably some of the worst matchups that he could have for the deck. Like people were just super hedging against it. So, but overall, didn't end up doing too great, but I just want to say I love that he was there. It was awesome having an experience. He is like, I know he's my cousin, but he's also like one of my best friends, have a lot in common and stuff like that. And, you know, he was a huge support and a big hype man for me. So it was really awesome to have him there and just to experience that and enjoy that. So, which was really cool. Uh, but going into game two here, looks like Boros Boros on the play here. Looks like he's got a pretty good hammer keep. Looks like two hammers, some Memnites, and he's got Sigarda's Aid. So, um, you know, just gets to play land, Sigarda's Aid, Memnite pass, and then possibly just double double hammer win. I mean, that's a thing that happens here. So, especially if the opponent is not on Thoughtseize, but it looks like he's got a fatal push. So double Memnite. Shocks and Thoughtseizes. Okay, so I was afraid of this play. Fatal Push would have been a little bit better, and then he could have. I guess not. I mean, with how limited resources it was. So gets in for it's plus 10, so that's 11, 12. Plus. Okay, hang on. We got to pause. We got to pause here. So we got reset points. Grixis shocked, Thoughtseized, and then just took 10, 11, 12. He's at 4 life, and then hammer shocked. Okay. Get this together. Get it together. Come on, Gingy. You got this. What happened? I don't know what's going on. I break it. I guess I broke it. What does this do? Can this refresh it? I don't know. Guess we'll have to bring the video back up. I don't know how I did that. All right. So, game two. Thoughtseizes. Hits him here. Then we're here. Yep. Okay. Fatal pushes the guy with the hammer. He's taken 2. Does that. Goes to 17. Gets a surveil land. 17-14. This has got to have a crazy game. I mean, he can just win with a with a lot of cards here, to be honest. Because if he has, I mean, Mox Opal or land and gets into, I mean, a lot of cards. Ink's Moth Nexus doesn't do it. What's his name does it? Pure Still Paladin? No, Pure Still Paladin doesn't even do it. So, well, I guess with the Memnite, Pure Still Paladin would have done it. So hits him for 1, takes that, and fetches. Takes another 1, going to 2. So He's in range of DEAD. Let's see what he bends here. Watch him bend out Archon. That would be wild. Like just bend Archon and then like persist. Be the hugest stabilization I've ever seen. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Unearth? Does he have it? Unearth. He has like all of these pain lands. These lands that are just killing him too. Oh, he got the persist. That's big. That helps a lot. So oh, what's he get? Ripping off the top. No rips. It looked like another Ink Moth Nexus. I'm not gonna lie, which is wild because that's 3. Oh no, okay. So fetch land. I don't know if he has another Surveil land. It'd be interesting if he has 2, especially being a Boros player. It's kind of like an infect deck. They're usually like pretty low on lands. So I get a cold chill all of a sudden. Okay. So he fetches here. Down to 1. Wild, 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 wild. Down to 1. See what happens here. Oh, it's just always crazy watching this. Leaves it on top, draws, Stubborn Denial. That's actually a good one. Doesn't hit any creatures. So downside is this is gonna be an interesting game. I'm definitely excited to see what happens here. Man, this is crazy to me. All right, takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fetches down to 12. That is an egg one counter, just so we're aware. So if people don't know what persist does, I'm pretty sure persist specifically return target non-legendary creature. I believe. Here we can read it, but I know the creature comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it. So persist mtg. Reading. It says return target non-legendary creature from the graveyard to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Yep. Should just leave that up so I can reference cards whenever I want. Oh, Steel Shaper's Gift. Off the top. From the corner. Which I do like this play here. I do like the play of letting them go and get the hammer, and then letting them go and get the hammer and then waiting till they cast it. Because this is depending on what they're getting, right? Every single time someone goes and searches for something, it's usually always better to go hit the thing that they're searching. Depends on the circumstances, right? But majority of the time, you want to hit the thing that they're searching, just because of the fact that like it's getting that another resource out of their deck that you get to basically, make a not a possible top deck. So I do want to increase the speed here. I totally forgot since we refreshed the video. Gets a hammer. Knows he has a hammer. Animates. Attacks. Exiles 3 cards. Exile 3 cards. Gives it flying. No. No. Please don't. please don't. Cast that. Stubborn Denial. Takes 1. You forgot to block. No, Andy. Oh, man. That sucks. Ugh. Didn't even think about it. That was a blunder. I mean, I just don't think he was losing after that. Like, being at 1's rough, too. Ugh. No. And it sucks because like he could be on, like now I'd be on tilt. If I made that misplay, I'd be on such tilt. Like it's wild. But I mean, misplays are misplays. He didn't do the block, unfortunately, which sucks. All right, start off surveil land, bends another land, builds a bloodstained mire. We lead off with a Sigarda's Aid into Ornithopter. Ooh, brought in Fulminator. I guess Fulminator Mage makes sense. See, when I see all these like Fulminator Mages and other stuff, I don't know. I just like feel like there's like Green Black Rock, which was a good deck, but I like the like the Cauldron, the Cauldron that exiles creatures. When I see like Fulminator Mage, Molten Collapse, interesting. See, I need to read that one because I don't know how he blew up both of them. Don't know how you blew up both. Molten Collapse. It says choose one. If you descended this turn, you may choose both instead. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. So we destroyed a creature and a permanent with mana value 1 or less. Interesting. And he descended because he fetched. Permanent was put into the graveyard from anywhere. Yep. So, persisting a frog. Whoa! I've never thought about that. Did he persist it? No, he discarded a persist. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not watching. I'm looking up cards, wondering how things happen here. Let's just what plays frog or had frog out. Attacks. Discards the persist. Okay. Doesn't have anything to hit. The Weatherlight. Yeah, that seems draws a land. So, I mean, these have all been surveil lands, right? That's under. That's interesting. Very interesting. I mean, don't know if I'd bring an Ashiok against them. I understand they have like Steel Shaper's Gift and Stoneforge Mystic, but I don't know. Seems kind of small. So floats the mana. So Urza Saga floats the mana, decides to make a construct. Um, oh, can't search. Oh, snap. Okay, that's kind of big. Now that I like can't search from the Urza Saga, that's actually like okay. There's like 12 cards now. I think he's probably on 4 Steel Stapler's Gifts. So that I was like, what happened there? So mills himself 3, then exiles opponent's graveyard. Kinda crazy. Jumps the frog. Looks like he is at. Boop, 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 boop. I don't even know if he's fetched, so. Ooh, Surge of Salvation. Huge. 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 Corey Steelcutter? Is he. Why not cast Corey Steelcutter? I don't know what else is in his hand, but I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another Surge? There is another Surge. So I was like, you could cast Corey and activate it, and then he'd be able to hit for Uh, yeah, he took that. That might only be at 16. And then from this hit, it'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So he'd be at like 8 currently. And he's at 14, as I can see. But if he did, that would have been 9, or it would have been 10 plus 2 would have been 12 instead of 8. So he'd be at 4 life. Is that a land? That's kind of huge if that's a land. That's like huge gas. Because he gets to, I guess he's leaving up blocks. Ooh, that's smart. Smart. Oh, it's surveil land. Oh, another surge. Interesting. I mean, he's just has the initiative, right? I mean, like he has to deal with this, or else he dies. I mean, that's yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Discards a card, put it up to 5. Oh, fatal pushes and another surge. Oh my god. And he's got another one on top. That's wild. Wild, wild, wild. Okay, you know he left a card on top. I'm like, I hope he mills. Oh, he didn't have anything. Ugh. That was blowouts, man. Triple surge. And he was like, yeah, look, I had a fourth one. Like wild. Wild, wild stuff, man. That's crazy. Those are some weird games. I mean, I remember him. I watched him play in the last game uh in the finals. He plays against Desert Prowess, which we're gonna see, and it was a wild game too. So I hope you guys check that out when it comes up. But yeah, we're at the end of the video here. So Top Genji signing out. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and comment. As always, I appreciate you guys being here and love to hear from you guys. Peace.